Good morning, all of you. Today we will start our first unit of control systems. And this first unit is completely related to the basics of control system. Let's see the syllabus first. See, this is completely of two parts. In the first part, we will see the basic introduction of control system, means the basic concepts of control system, and what is system, what is control system, and what is closed loop and open loop control systems, and the differences between open loop and closed loop control systems. And later on, the different types of examples for open loop as well as closed loop control systems. After that, we will see the classifications of control systems, how the control systems are classified in different ways. And next, what is feedback element, and what is the characteristic of feedback element, and what will be the effect of that feedback element. That also we will see. So this is our first part of control systems, first unit. Coming to the second part, the second part completely deals with the mathematical relationship and mathematical concepts. In that, first one is a differential equations based mathematical modeling for the translational and the rotational mechanical systems, where we will see or we will define the transfer function, and we will let to know the definition of transfer function, how the transfer function will be calculated, and for any physical system, either it may be a translational physical system or rotational physical system, how we can obtain the transfer function, how we will write the differential equations for the transfer function. From the differential equations, based on the differential equations, how can we obtain the transfer function, we will see in this mathematical modeling of translational and rotational mechanical systems. Later on, we will see the block diagram algebra, which is the block diagram reduction. How we can reduce the complex block diagram into a simple control system to obtain the transfer function of the particular system. So based on a few formula or based on a few steps, few rules, we will reduce the block diagram, complex block diagram into a small block diagram. And based on that reduction, we can able to calculate the transfer function of that particular system. That we will learn in this concept, which is block diagram algebra. And next, we will go for signal flow graphs. Signal flow graph is a graphical representation or a graphical reduction formula based on Mason's gain formula. So based on the graphical analysis, we can also calculate the transfer function with a set of rules which are very similar to the block diagram reduction algebra. And lastly, we will see or we will attain the transfer functions for the servo motors. So this is the entire syllabus of our unit 1, which takes a bit more time when compared with remaining units. Now, let's get into the subject, which is unit 1. Let's know our subject name is control systems. Let us see what is a system first. So when a number of elements or components are connected in a sequence to perform a specific function, and the group of all those components or elements can form a system. So the system may contain a single element or a number of elements to perform a specific function. So all those elements or components collectively called as a system. So system performs a particular function or particular operation. Then what is control system? See, the control system means the system output quantity is controlled or is regulated based on the input quantity. The output of a particular system is controlled or regulated based on the input quantity. Then that type of system is called as control system. So that means the system is controlled by means of input signal. or the system output is controlled by means of input signal. That type of systems are called as control systems. However, the output quantity or the output response is called as control variable or control response. The input quantity is called as command signal or excitation. Okay, so the system output response is controlled by input signal or input excitation. That system is called as control system. Then what are the basic classifications in control system? Generally, control systems are majorly classified in two different types. One is open loop control system, and the second one is closed loop control system. The name itself defines what is open loop and what is closed loop. Now let's see what is open loop control system, how it look like, and what is closed loop control system, how it look like, and the difference between open loop and closed loop. See, any physical system which does not automatically correct its output, which does not automatically correct its output, then all those type of systems are called as open loop system. Let us see here. This is the open loop control system block diagram. You can see a block here. This block is a open loop system. We know what is system. System is a set of elements or components which will perform a particular operation, right? So this is a block of open loop system, and this open loop system is having an input which is R of t. T defines time domain. Okay, R is the input, and it contains an output which is C of t. So output is C of t, input is R of t. This output is completely controlled by the input signal R of t. Okay, but the output cannot controlled automatically. Why this will happen means, generally each and every control system will be affected by the external disturbances, and those external disturbances will affect the output response of the particular control system. Let us take a mobile phone or a PC or a laptop. We know we need to maintain our mobile phone or laptop or PC properly in order to avoid the dust. Particularly, what if we don't clean it properly means the performance of the mobile phone or the laptop will be degraded because of the dust particles. The performance definitely degrades because of the dust particles. So in order to avoid that problem, we must maintain mobile phones or laptops or PCs properly. Otherwise, we need to give servicing, so that in the servicing center, they'll open up the inner parts and they'll clean all the dust, and they'll make service for the devices so that the performance can be increased. Here, the dust particles are called external disturbances. Because of these dust particles, the laptop or the mobile phone may get slowed down. So that means the output performance of the laptop or mobile phones will definitely affect due to the external disturbances, which are dust particles. Okay, so each and every system definitely affected with the external disturbances. Okay, here also for this open loop control system, there will be external disturbances. Because of these external disturbances, the system function may be affected. So which will be affects the output signal or output response of this system. But we cannot correct, we don't have any control on the output because of these disturbances. We don't have any control of this output because this is an open loop control system. So the open loop control system does not having automatic correction. So we cannot correct the output that is happened due to the external disturbances. But you can see this control system is very, very simple. You can see only one block is there, simple input, simple output. So it look like simple. However, we cannot correct the output disturbances that is happened due to the external disturbances.